So I'm here close to my gate right now, and I wanted to show you a little trick on how you can change your seats with the Delta app. And what it allows you to do is, like, if you don't want to sit next to someone, you can look on the map and you can see if there's an empty row, so you don't have to sit next to someone. So I'm going to show you what I did. So you want to go ahead and go on the Delta app. And originally it says 15A here, but I was originally 10A. But if you want to change your seats and see what the seat availability for the flight is, you click under seats here and you see like a whole map of the flight. But no matter which class you're in, if you're basic fare like me, if you're main cabin, if you're first class, anyone could go in here and change their seat. But originally I was 10A over here, and I saw there's someone next to me, so I went back to 15A where there was no one there. And now I get to have that whole row by myself as of right now. And that's what makes this app so good, is you can change your seats whenever, and you can kind of sit wherever, to be honest, even if you paid the least amount. So it's one of those hacks with Delta that you should really take advantage of. I don't know if any other airlines do this, but I know at Delta you can change your seats at any time, even right before you board, and you're good to go. Alright, so now I am gonna vlog some more of this journey and hope that helped you out a lot. It's the worst feeling whenever you can't take a picture of the airplane because the gate blocks it. I can't stand it when that happens. But yeah, that's the position right now in my flight. I can't even tell if the plane's even there or not. Like, it doesn't even look like the plane's there, so the jet bridge could be blocking the view of the plane. But it's supposed to board in about 20 minutes from now. So yeah, enjoy. I really do mean it when I say I love to fly. Look at all these trips of the year that I've done with the airlines, the planes, the registrations, how old the plane was, all that. Always update it before I fly, so that's what I'm about to do. So for this flight report, I wanted to try something a little new with doing voiceover. So here is the CRJ-700. I'm getting on board, and here you can see my seat. And you can see with my seat, you know, I'm not very tall, but I have plenty of leg space, especially from the knees to the back of the seat, and that's even with the GoPro in the back of it. And so here I just show you the back of the seat, and I'm going to show you the air vents, and you can see each seat gets their own air vents. And you can see here I open up the tray table, and there's just plenty of space to move it forwards and backwards. And then now I will get right back at you when we're up in the air and in the clouds. Hope you enjoy the takeoff. Quite the interesting weather today for a takeoff, but you can see now we've kind of leveled off for this flight, and now we're above the clouds, which is an absolutely beautiful sight in the early morning, I have to say that. We've now reached that level in the flight where the Wi-Fi should be able to come on, so for some reason I decided to go to the Delta app rather than going to my own settings first, but I thought that was kind of funny to put it on there, so I left that clip in. But now I go to the settings, go into Wi-Fi, and I get a lot of questions about how do you connect to Wi-Fi on the airplane. You just need to go to settings, Wi-Fi, click on the carrier's Wi-Fi, and then it should bring up like a little page, and sometimes it'll redirect you to like their GoGo thing or their own Wi-Fi, and you just say continue, you see what's available, and it'll take you to another page. And you see now it finally redirected me to Delta's official Wi-Fi page, which can really take you to all the different options available on this flight. And you see here, Delta gives you so many options, like an all-day pass, or if you're T-Mobile, you get free Wi-Fi and free texting, but I clicked on the free messaging, and it's amazing. It works so well. You get free iMessaging, free WhatsApp, and you get free Facebook messaging, but it works so well. And it's the best feeling to text people 35,000 feet in the air. There's just not a feeling like that, and that's what makes it so special with flying with Delta. And so here is the Delta Studio. It's technically what they call like their in-flight entertainment. And what's cool about it is you can literally like go on their app and watch movies, and you can see literally I'm just scrolling here, and there's so many of them, which kind of eliminates the need for having like an in-flight entertainment on the back of your seat, which is a pretty interesting discussion. But once you start using this, you really realize that having in-flight entertainment on the back isn't really needed as much as it used to be. Once you find a movie that you would like to watch, it'll ask you to download the GoGo in-flight entertainment app. What I recommend is actually downloading this app before your flight, so then you can just watch the movies immediately. You can see now the meal service for the flight has just started, and I was really wanting to try something new to see if I could get 2 items, and they actually gave it to me. So I got the Cheez-Its and the Biscoffs, which you can't go wrong with that. And they were more than happy to give me both of them, which is something that I've never done until today. I guess I was feeling risky, but I decided to do it and it worked out. And you can see me watching Star Wars while enjoying the flight. Best feeling ever. Just started our descent into New York City for LaGuardia Airport. You can see this is one of my favorite parts, is to have like going down into the clouds for the first time. Sometimes it's really bumpy, but it's a really fun time to sit there and kind of watch out the window and see everything happening while you're going through the clouds. Wasn't the best of days to fly, but I found it was a really enjoyable flight because I'm a bit of a weather geek, and really enjoyed this flight on Delta. It was really special. So we're going to have basically a full landing today. I felt it was really cool conditions to show the full thing, so I hope you really enjoy that. As you can see the cranes, you can see LaGuardia is still going through a huge renovation process that's really making the airport really nice to travel through. Every time I come back to LaGuardia, there's always something new and something being done, and it's going to be a really nice airport by the time all the renovation is done at LaGuardia. Literally came right off my flight, and there's smoke coming right out because it's so cold. This is New York City. Happy to be here. That was a little clip that I'm going to do a separate video on in the future. This is another New York City vlog that I did while I was in New York City. And welcome into the little second part of this video where I just kind of sit here and say a couple of things that I liked, a couple things that I disliked about my flight, the price, things like that I go more in depth into. Tried little new things with the voiceovers with this video. Let me know if you like that down below in the comment section. If you really enjoyed those, I will start doing those more often, or if you don't, I'll go back to my old style where I just got some cool hip-hop music playing in the background while I'm flying. Let me know which one you prefer and enjoy. I'm all about experimenting right now. So getting into this video, this was not an actual Delta mainline flight. This was a Delta connection flight. So it means that it's not operated by Delta, it's operated by, I believe it was by GoJet or Indavar Air. I need to look it up and see who was operating those flights. But for this flight itself, I believe it was Indavar Air. And so it wasn't mainline Delta. In the future, I'll have flights with mainline Delta, but the actual Delta connection experience felt amazing. Getting into some of the things that I liked, first off is those Delta vibes you get whenever you're on. When you step on board a non-Delta operated flight that's Indavar Air but has Delta branding and things like that, you just feel superior. You just feel better than everyone else. You get that vibe when you fly with Delta. And I've flown with some very luxurious airlines like Emirates and Qatar Airways, but just knowing that you're flying Delta in the US, just like, I don't know, it has this feeling and vibe to it that even though I was in economy class with the most restricted fare with basic economy, I felt like I was better than when I was in first class flying American Eagle, which is just a completely weird feeling that you would think flying economy class on a restricted fare with Delta Connection should feel far less superior than flying first class with American Eagle. Just that vibe and feel that you get when you fly Delta. Second thing, this can kind of really get grouped into one category, but the Delta app is phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. I know I did some voiceovers talking about the Delta app. If I could speak English, that'd be so nice. I gotta get back into the routine of these cuts. The Delta app is phenomenal. It's great. You can do so many things from looking at the entertainment and the entertainment they offer. You can just literally scroll, and it goes on, and you have TV shows and movies and just many different options that they give you for free on your phone, meaning you don't need to have the in-flight entertainment on the back of your seat. You can pull out your phone, hook onto the Wi-Fi, have the Delta app downloaded, and you're set. Another thing, the messaging. Oh, the messaging is amazing. Even flying, like I've had very few airlines. First one comes to mind is JetBlue, where I could actually text people while 35,000 feet in the air. I know I've had that on a few Emirates flights, but Delta Connection, I mean, that's not even mainline Delta, and you can still do it on Delta Connection. You can text people 35,000 feet. It's unlimited. It's free the whole flight. It's not up to like a certain data cap or whatever. It's like the whole flight. And that's the most amazing feeling ever, is to be 35,000 feet in the air and text people on iMessaging or Facebook messaging or WhatsApp. I love how they give you the flexibility. Third thing that I loved about this flight was Delta's food. I really love the Biscoffs. They're very classic. I've had Biscoffs on other airlines, but Delta Biscoffs, I mean, when you pull it out, it says Delta on there, and it's just amazing. And then you get the Cheez-Its and the pretzels. I just felt like, you know, the food selection was really cool. Very unique, very Delta-like, and for a 2-hour flight, it felt like it was enough. And I actually got two food options, which I always have never really wanted to try, because I always just get one to try and save food for the others. But since I sat towards the back, I know there wasn't anyone really behind me, and so I asked, and flight attendant's like, yeah, you can have 2, and I was like, sweet. And again, the flight attendants on this flight were outstanding. They were really good. They give you that true Delta experience, in my opinion. Compared to my other flight that I'll do a flight report on, was completely different compared to the flight attendants, but I will save those opinions for that video. So what are the things that I didn't like about this flight? There really wasn't many things that I didn't really like about this flight. I tried to look at it from multiple aspects. I mean, we were there on time. The plane was a little dirty. I'm not gonna say that it was 100% clean like how I think it should be, but it wasn't. That's me nitpicking a little bit. I think it could have been a little bit cleaner. But I actually realized I did not go use the restroom during this flight and review that aspect, but in the other flight review, I do believe I've checked it, so be on the lookout for that next flight review from New York to Knoxville. Whole different experience compared to the flight there. But I really don't have many complaints with this flight. I got this flight for $70 one way because I found it to be cheaper actually by doing this flight one ways instead of return. It's slightly cheaper. So I've done a couple of travel hacks over on my TikTok. I'll be down in the description below. You can check that out. And that's how I get flights for so cheap. I'm probably gonna start doing like a series here on YouTube kind of explaining more in depth about travel hacking, how I find the best deals, because TikTok only allows me to do it in 60 seconds, which is not always enough time, and YouTube allows me to do kind of however long I need it to be. So probably we'll start experimenting with that on here as a way of posting content on YouTube. Like I said, be on the lookout for the next flight review. I do have some content stored up in the vault. We're gonna change it up here quite a bit, but I'm really excited to be back, and so be on the lookout for that. If you enjoyed this flight review, smash that like button for me. If you have any suggestions, comments, please leave them down below. I will read everyone, probably reply to everyone, and yeah, sorry about the wait, and hope you enjoyed this flight review. I love doing them. It felt like it might be one of my best. So really hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.